Hi, I am Dr. Hillary Hushauer from Rangeline Chiropractic, and I want to talk to you about productivity, energy, and endurance. So this is going to be all relating to posture. So a little bit about us. Our office is Rangeline Chiropractic. We're in Carmel, Indiana. I am the head doctor and I've owned the practice for over 14 years. We have Dr. Taylor and Dr. Cooper who are also at the office. And we are on Keystone Way in Carmel between 116th and Carmel Drive. Keystone Way runs parallel with Keystone and we're right next to MCL Restaurant. Really easy to find us. It's actually the old Chipotle restaurant. So let's talk about posture. First thing we think about with posture and productivity and endurance are muscles, right? So poor posture over time affects our muscles. So we're talking like tight muscles, overused, abused muscles. And it doesn't mean that they're strong or weak. They're just like overused and tired using it incorrectly. So like a slumped posture will make your muscles work harder and they have to support you for a long time. So we're on the computer all the time, right? And we're just kind of like sitting, and 8 to 10 hours later, you're slumped forward or you're watching TV, or what most noticeably lately are these phones. So this forward posture looking down all the time, that's creating a lot of problem in like the upper and mid back area. So patients come to us all the time for this. So these are the muscles needed for our daily activities, but when you overuse and abuse them, that's going to affect more than just tightness in the muscle. So it's going to use up our energy supply. So we eat, we rest, we do all these things to create energy in our body. However, if you abuse your body and the posture so much, those muscles are going to have to work harder to do the same tasks that they did before just because it's poor posture. So if you want to retain some of your energy, work on your posture so your body isn't taking all those energy molecules just because you're having poor posture and just to make those muscles work better. So when we improve our posture, we can have more energy. Our body can utilize that same energy for longer workouts, or maybe if it's just work sitting at the computer longer, and more time with your family or your pets. So why are the muscles tight? So what we look at as chiropractors are the root cause of things. So the muscles get tight because the nerves are pinched and irritated. So we call that nerve interference. You might have heard the term just like a pinched nerve. Yes. It leads to what's called a subluxation. So a subluxation is when the bones are out of alignment, they're pressing and irritating nerves, and then those nerves send signal to the muscles around it and say, hey, we're irritated, we're not working well, tighten up muscles, hold us together. So it's kind of counterproductive, but that's just what happens. So when patients tell me, I'm just tight, yes, but why are you tight? Let's look at the underlying root cause and try to fix that. So it could be that you have a nerve pinch and you've abused your posture muscles so long that you need to retrain them. So nerves control the muscles, and that is like the root cause of it. So patients like, well, why else are they tight? Trauma, toxins, life, sleeping, kids, work. I mean, you name it. A lot of things can cause these problems and cause these nerves pinching. When I think of trauma, it doesn't even have to be anything huge. It could be sleeping in a bad posture for 10 years or something, or sitting in bad posture because your computer is not the right height for you. So what next? Chiropractic care can relieve like the pinching of the nerves and then help with correcting posture. We can do things also to help with the muscle tightness, but again, that's not the root cause. So we want to look at fixing the body as a whole and then retrain you. So we all love massages, or at least I do. However, long term, that's not going to fix anything. So we use that in conjunction with corrective chiropractic care and strengthening the muscles. We need to stretch some of those tight ones and make some of them stronger. That way it doesn't keep happening over and over to you. Endurance. So think about muscles that are used for breathing. Okay, so we're looking at like our chest, our back, around the rib cage. These are all controlled by the nerves. So if the nerve is pinched in your back, you may not be able to take a deep breath or as deep as you should, or the percentage that you should. Like, are you taking your respiratory breaths at 100%? Maybe, maybe not. A nerve pinch can decrease like your lung function, so your lungs aren't going to inflate and deflate correctly. And then the tightness around the rib cage, your chest, and even your back, that's going to prevent a lot of things. So let's say you are an athlete. You could be a teen athlete, you could be a child, you could be a weekend warrior, you could be someone that does marathon running. Well, what if your posture is contributing to this tightness and you are trying to work so hard, or you're trying to win these races and win these competitions, but you're just so dang tight? These are things that we can help with. So if the lungs can't function correctly, the nerve signal from like your brain to your lungs and back, that's like a drop cell phone call. Your call isn't going through correctly. Okay. Also, if your brain and your heart don't receive enough oxygen, there's going to be problems there too. So it's a vicious cycle. This is why we're here to help. Energy, another great topic. Think of what you could accomplish if you had more energy. We joke about that, but it's the truth. Could you have more workouts, better workouts? Could you spend more time with your family? Could you go on more walks with your dog, right? If you have young kids, you know how busy they're always wanting to do something. And you need to be able to do it with them. You could have a better love life, better intimacy with your partner. You could have time for more hobbies, more productivity at work. And in general, you would sleep better because you're utilizing your energy correctly during the day. So think about that. So why choose us and why chiropractic care? Well, I already told you that the chiropractic care is what's going to relieve that nerve pinch. So we're looking at the underlying root cause, okay? But with chiropractic care, we also have custom like exercises and stretches. So again, we want to help fix you for the long term, and we don't want you to have to come back every month just because you keep re-injuring yourself or you just keep tightening up again. So what we have is called a posture program. It's soon to be starting. It's going to involve chiropractic care, exercises, stretches, and a therapy called Shockwave. It's kind of like a deep tissue massage. We're going to help like break up some of the tightness and adhesiveness that has been there for just too long. So our posture program, we are now taking pre-signups for that. So with better posture, we've got increased energy, we've got increased endurance for our workouts and just life in general, right? We have less pain and stiffness because we don't have that bad posture anymore. And we have generally a decrease, less like spinal degeneration. So that means there's like a wear and tear or arthritis, if you will. So when you are so tight and your posture is incorrect, the spine just kind of wears down. Think of it like the car tires. If you don't rotate them, they're going to wear down on their tread, and we need to like rotate you back to where you need to be. So here are some pictures of us in case you wonder what the rest of us look like. Myself, Dr. Taylor, Dr. Cooper, we are all ready to help you with your posture program. We have been doing this for a long time, and we're excited because almost all of us deal with poor posture at some point in our jobs, and it's okay, and we're here when you are ready. So what is next? I hope you enjoyed this. We do have another webinar coming up on attractiveness in photos and posture, because our poor posture makes us look older sometimes and less attractive. It also makes us look less confident. So we're going to give you some tips with that. We do have a workshop coming up on posture and ergonomics, and we're going to do a free spine screening. And then our posture program releases in June. So let us know if you would like to get signed up for that. We would be excited to get you going. Hope you enjoyed. Feel free to reach out to me with any questions. You can follow us on Facebook. It's Rangeline Chiropractic. We're also on Instagram. And our email is office@rangelinechiropractic.com.